Now, another common and related lie that's keeping people slaves to their job is this concept of benefits. Okay, people believe that employees are entitled to benefits from their employers. Things like health insurance, vacation time, sick days, retirement plan, all kinds of other benefits. And again, because most employees, they're kind of like a bad chess player. They can't see 2 or 3 moves ahead down the board. So for whatever reason, they don't seem to understand that they themselves are actually paying for all of these so-called benefits, not the employer. Okay, the cost to the business of all of these entitlements and benefits is actually coming out of what the company can afford to pay the employee. And in many cases, because of all of the additional layers of taxation and lawyers and accountants and red tape and paperwork and government regulation and inefficiency and bureaucracy, all of this is required to administer these benefits. In most cases, it would actually be cheaper for the employee if they paid for most of the benefits out of their own pocket and got just an increase in pay from their employer. Go out and try it. If you work for a small business owner who has the freedom and ability to do it, and unfortunately very few actually do, ask him or her if they'd be willing to give you a raise in the amount that they're paying for your health care premium or retirement fund management or any of that. And ask them, if I handle these benefits on my own, I get my own health insurance, handle my own retirement, will you give me a raise in the amount that you're paying? Guess what? I can tell you right now that most employers would love to be able to give you the cost of your benefits directly to you as a raise in your pay. But the problem is, in most cases, government regulations and law actually prohibit businesses over a certain size from doing this. If they give something to one employee, they have to give it to all their employees, even if the employee doesn't want it or would prefer, the actual money instead of the benefit. Now, of course, right now, many socialists and others on the left, they're trying to push for complete government takeover of the entire healthcare system. Okay, in a true entitlement mentality, they contend that healthcare is a right, and like other rights, the government should control it. It doesn't even make sense. Of course, this interpretation of the government being the source and giver of our rights, that is 180 degrees opposite of what our founding fathers intended when they created our Constitution. Our country was founded on the belief that our rights came to us from God. Yes, they actually said the word God. Okay? And the Constitution was originally designed to limit our government from infringing on our rights or controlling or doling out or taking away our rights. So again, we have an area where things are getting turned upside down. What is false is being called true, and what is evil is being called good. And as I point this out, or as I pointed out earlier, as an employee, your healthcare benefits are really just simply an inefficient deduction from your paycheck, just like taxes. So if the government takes over your healthcare, increasing taxes to your employer, guess what? You're still going to be paying for all of it. But it's actually going to wind up costing you more to pay for all of the new layers of added governmental bureaucracy and departments and agencies and czars and directors required to run this free healthcare system. The end result for the employee is going to be less income, fewer choices, longer wait times. Ask somebody in Canada that needs a medical procedure done what they think of socialist medicine. Okay, but it's going to be longer wait times. It's just going to be higher taxes, higher fees, and less job security, all in exchange for the benefit and entitlement that the government's doling out. Now, fortunately, as a business owner, you're not locked into picking just a one-size-fits-all health plan that your employer or Uncle Sam offers. You can pick and choose from dozens of health plans and pick the one that's right for you, your family, and your situation. Or, okay, this is going to be scary here, you can even do the unthinkable. Okay, this is so socially irresponsible, but you can actually pay cash for your medical bills. Oh my gosh. I mean, now this one's really going to piss some people off because it's so opposite of what everybody wants you to believe. But guess what? Depending on your finances, the health of your family, and your personal situation, being uninsured, it's actually not the worst thing in the world. It's certainly not the disaster that politicians and the media would have you believe. Some people actually do a very bizarre thing. They actually pay money for their medical care. I know, it sounds crazy, I know, but stay with me here. When you actually pay with real money for the medical care your family receives, a strange thing happens. You get a few of the benefits I've already talked about earlier in this video. You get freedom, you get choice, and you get control. You, of course, get the freedom to pick and choose any doctor you want to see. And guess what? You and your doctor, not some accountant or bureaucrat, gets to decide what tests should be run and what treatment options are the best, okay? Yeah, look, I know all of this stuff about actually paying real money for what you receive and you and your doctor making the decisions. I know this just sounds like just plain crazy talk, okay? But keep watching, and the media and HMO, socialist medicine, and Medicare brainwashing, it'll start to wash away. It really will. When you pay cash, you can even look into alternative treatments in medicine. You can do whatever you want or can afford because you are in control. Okay, there's even a few smart doctors and dentists out there now who are so fed up with the insurance red tape and slow or partial payments from Medicare and all the governmental bureaucracy that they're actually changing their practices over to only accepting actual money from the actual patients, okay? It's called a cash-only or direct pay medical practice. They don't take insurance. They don't take Medicare. Well, but that frees up the doctors. It allows them the freedom and control, what we've already been talking about, to run their practice however they want without some bureaucrat or accountant telling them how to treat their patients. And guess what? Because of all the money and hassle they're saving by refusing to accept or deal with Medicare, HMOs, or billing health insurance companies, they can actually offer better and more personalized health care at lower costs while making more profit themselves. I mean, it's a win-win-win situation. Now, of course, if you're afraid of something major happening, like cancer or an accident or a heart attack, something that costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to treat, then you can always do what I've done for my family. You can simply get an excellent, highly rated health insurance plan with a $5 million per person or more lifetime payout. Okay, and make sure it has a very high annual deductible. And that will keep your monthly payment very, very low and affordable. And the high deductible also allows you to tie it to a health savings account. Okay, this way you can get the best of both worlds. You have the freedom and choice to pay cash, tax-free from your health savings account for all of your minor, everyday medical issues, but you also kind of have that stop-loss protection coverage that's there if there's ever a need for a major surgery or other issue. And if you're scared about the $10,000 deductible, all you need to do is add a little bit extra to your health savings account each month until you have that deductible set aside, and then it's there forever if you ever need it. Very, very simple way to get out of your job and still have decent health coverage. Now, recently I had the privilege of meeting Les Brown in person. Now, I've read all of Les's books and seen him speak multiple times, but never actually had the chance to spend some time with him in here until recently. Well, one of my favorite Les Brown stories, and he has a ton of them, was one he told about what happened when his mama, Mamie Brown, he always refers her to as, his mama went into the hospital. And during the check-in process, the issue of insurance and payment came up. And the hospital staff began kind of giving him a real hard time about who was going to cover his mother's medical expenses and all of her treatment. And Les just kind of looked back and told them that, hey, I can afford whatever treatment she needs because I've got an MBA. And they thought, well, MBA was a Master's in Business Administration? Nope, a mega bank account. And that's exactly what I encourage you to develop as you build your own business, a mega bank account. Because with that MBA, you can afford all the benefits you'll ever need. And if you think that sick time and vacation are a benefit, guess again. This video is continued in part 5. Subscribe to my YouTube channel or visit crdoc.me/jobs to view the full video right now.